Welcome to week 6 of the Who You Got NFL Weekly Podcast. I'm your host, Pork Chop, with
Big Bird.
Big Bird. Finally came up with a slogan. What, last week or 2 weeks ago? 2 weeks ago. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Moving up in the world. Okay, so just to recap, last week, right off the bat.
How about them Cowboys?
How about the Cowboys?
Right.
Talking about our records. So, since I messed up somewhere along the line, I decided to give Chris a win and a loss.
Woo.
So, right now the record is 47-30 me and 46-31.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
Okay. Chris.
That's it.
So, there we go. So, he's one game behind me, which, I mean, last week we both didn't do so hot. I went 8-6, he went 6-8. But freaking Michael went 11-3.
Good for you, buddy.
Good for you, man. And then our friend, his sister Ashley, went 9-5. So once again, they beat our asses.
Yeah.
So, all right. So the topics we're going to talk about this week, have it written down here. We're going to talk about Big Ben and if he should retire now and not wait till the end of the season. We're going to talk about what's wrong with my Cowboys, Commissioner Roger Goodell's note, and Colin Kaepernick made the news. We'll tell you about that. We'll give our opinions on that. All right. So, Chris, start off. What's wrong with Big Ben? Is he okay? What's wrong with him?
He's just old.
He's
a bad game.
It was a very bad game. What, 2 pick sixes through like 5 picks total?
He threw more touchdowns to the Jags than Blake Bortles did.
Yeah, he threw more touchdowns to the Jacksonville Jaguars. Yeah, that's awful. But the Jags have a damn good defense.
Yeah, well, that's not a good stat.
No, definitely not a good stat. So he's
That's kind of funny, though.
he's pretty much already said that he's going to retire. That he said this before the season. He says his wife wants him to get out before the CTE gets really bad. Which Big Ben, let's be honest, he has CTE.
But that's already there.
It's already there. Damage is already done after what 14 years he's been in the league. Not 14.
I think, yeah.
Oh,
14.
all right, 14 years.
Was it 03 when he came in?
02, 03. It's the same draft as Eli and
He's been in there
Rivers.
for a while.
So, yeah, he's been taking hits, and, I mean, I don't know how many times I saw him go out with a nosebleed or a concussion or somebody poked him in the face or, knocked a tooth out. I don't think he's ever knocked a tooth out. I'm just over-exaggerating. But
He might have.
I could tell that the purpose, the passion for football has kind of died in him. I can kind of see that.
Yeah.
Like, he's pretty much just phoning it in at this point and probably just waiting until January. So he could be like,
2004.
oh, 2004, okay. Mm-hmm. That's still a lot of years. Still a lot of years. Over a decade, still. Over a decade of getting your ass kicked day in and day out. Yeah, that's...
3 Super Bowl appearances.
3 Super Bowl appearances. He won 2 Super Bowls. He's got more than...
A lot of people.
Yeah. I mean, he's tied with Eli, and then Phillip Rivers has 0.
Oh, poor Phillip.
That draft class. The big 3 in that draft class. Big Ben being probably the most popular, most successful one of the 3.
Mm-hmm.
So I think he's going to retire at the end of this year. I think he's done.
I think he has to.
He has to at this point, and I think that he owes the Pittsburgh Steelers to go out and get a different quarterback because I don't think Landry Jones is the answer either.
I don't think we've seen enough of Landry Jones to make it this
He's played a handful of games when Big Ben got hurt and he was out. So, but I mean, it just he looks okay. Like he was Oklahoma quarterback.
Boo.
And did good there, and then
get Mayfield.
Just a lot of people.
Everyone should just get Mayfield.
Yeah, just go get the other Oklahoma quarterback in the draft. I don't know if he keeps throwing picks the way that he did against Jacksonville, they might be getting a high draft pick, and he might be there.
I think it was just a fluke game.
It probably was because Jacksonville's defense, I think, is just that good. What the heck was that? My computer tried to talk to me.
Hi, computer.
Hello, computer. All right, so moving on to the next topic, Chris. I know you've been waiting for this one since the game was over on Sunday.
Yes, I have.
Do you want to put the topic out there? What's the topic, Chris?
The Cowboys not very good.
We're okay. All right. Why aren't we very good? I'll let you go first, and I'll let you have the floor, and then I'll talk to you.
Well,
wrong. Just kidding.
Wrong.
Wrong. It's fake news.
There are a few reasons.
Okay.
One.
Between
this year and last year, defense overachieved last year. Defense is playing what it's supposed to do this year. That's one thing. People have had a year of Dak. They can now study Dak. That's a thing.
Mm-hmm.
Receivers isn't very good. I'm sorry, he's not that 50-50 receiver at the red zone that he used to be. He's just not. He dropped the touchdown last game.
Yeah.
I mean, Dez is just not what he used to be anymore. The receiving core is mediocre. They got some pieces, but they don't have a stud like Dez used to be, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Offensive line, you lose Doug Free, apparently you lose everything.
Yeah.
Apparently Doug Free and Leary meant everything to
the
that
Doug
line.
Free effect, the domino effect. You lose him and everybody goes down.
That goes to Zeke. Zeke hasn't been doing very good, and that's probably part of the offensive line. So that's a bad hit.
Yeah, I made a 30-minute video on Facebook Live talking about the Cowboys and what the pretty much the status of the Dallas Cowboys. And okay, first of all, our defense is getting us nowhere right now.
It's awful.
Our defense is. Last year they were bend but don't break. Gave up more. I think they gave up more field goals than they did touchdowns last year. Maybe I might be mistaken. I don't know. I have no clue. I just made that up.
We make up our own.
Yeah, we make up our own fake news.
We don't have a fact checker. Actually, you can be our fact checker.
Yeah, we don't need CNN to make up our own fake news here.
Fake news.
Fake news. So, you're right. The defense did overachieve last year. You had that last place schedule that they had last year versus the first place schedule that they have this year. So you're gonna play the Green Bays, the Oaklands,
you used to have Atlanta and Kansas City.
Atlanta, Kansas City. Yeah, we have all the. We have
your entire division.
Yeah, and then we played the Packers, and then we've already beat the Giants, so we're hanging on right now. It's only 5 games in right now. So I'm not going to push the panic button just yet. Dak is not the problem.
No.
The play calling, per usual, is the problem. It is 2nd and 1 down in the red zone against the Green Bay Packers, and you throw it to Dez in the end zone. No. No. Run the ball, run the ball, run the ball, which is what they did. And then a lot of people want to say that it was Dak's fault that we lost because he ran in too quickly. Like you were saying,
you can't just have him sit down.
You score
because it's so hard to score in the league. You can't. I mean, odds are with 4 plays you'll score from them 1, but there's no guarantee.
Yeah,
fumbles happen, bad things happen.
Seattle Seahawks in the Super Bowl.
I mean, exactly. That's the one. Yeah. There's no guarantee you get it in.
Yeah, which I think they would have with Marshawn Lynch on that one, but
I think y'all would have. They would have, but there's just no guarantee. So you can't blame Dak for running it.
Yeah, and then of course a lot of people were saying that is the type of leader that we need. Is somebody that can go down there, milk the clock for, oh God, we almost had the ball for 9 minutes?
Something like that.
Jesus. And, I mean, that, I was like, okay, awesome. But that pick 6, that wasn't Dak's fault. That was T. Will's fault.
For part of your mediocre receivers.
I had a sinking feeling, like a really bad sinking feeling. So, I mean, I think the Cowboys are okay. It's our bye week this week, so we have a little time to sit in the corner and think about what we've done.
What do y'all have after the bye? Don't you have
We have San Francisco, so we should be okay.
Y'all be 3
we'll have a bounce back game. Hopefully, I hope San Fran doesn't pull a freaking.
There's no reason for y'all to lose to San Fran.
No, definitely. I don't want San Fran to.
Yeah, lose San Fran. That's a whole other conversation.
Yeah, we lose to San Fran. We're just gonna fire the head coach and everybody. And so we have the bye week. Okay, and second of all, I don't like our defense, our defensive scheme. It's Tampa 2. I think we're the only team in the National Football League that still does Tampa 2. I much prefer the 4-3 defense. We used to be 3-4, but that year we were the worst defense in the league, so we switched to the 4-3. I think we need to just focus on that. The Tampa 2 is just I would call it a Ponzi scheme. That's what it is. It's like, oh, we have a product, and then we're
3-4. How's that working out for us?
I prefer 4-3. You got to get 4 monsters up front to try to break through that offensive line instead of 3. 3 I think creates too many holes. But that's just me. All right, so moving on to the next one. Roger Goodell, like you told me, wrote a little letter. What did it say, Chris?
He would love everybody to stand during the national anthem.
Would he? Something they probably should have done, I don't know, 5 weeks ago?
Apparently, in the rule, it does not require them to stand up during the national anthem. It says they should stand up during the national anthem.
And then he's saying that they need to. He'd like for them to.
I think it's just a pointless protest at this point. You got the message out there. Now you got to have a conversation.
Yeah.
Continuously protesting does nothing except for lose your viewers.
Which
the message is out there. We now need to come together and have a conversation about it.
I mean, at this point, I think the message is out there. You're losing views left and right. The ratings are way down. The views are, I think, right there with last year's views, which was an election year. There's no reason for the views to be down right now.
Mm-hmm.
There's absolutely no excuse. And they might be even worse once we get deeper into baseball playoffs, because that is more interesting right now, especially when you have the Dodgers and the Indians and the Cubs and the Astros.
The Houston's one.
And Houston.
The Houstons.
The Houstons.
The Astros.
It's okay. I think Jocelyn kept calling
Astro Houstons.
I think she kept calling the Eagles when we were picking the games last week. She's like, she kept calling them the Philadelphia or something like that. She's like, the Philadelphia. Or no, the Houston. She called it the Houston.
The Houston.
She's like, so do I want to pick the Houston or do I want to pick... Damn it. So, Roger Goodell, better late than never, but I still think it's a little too late because this is something that you probably should have addressed during preseason.
Yeah.
And bouncing off that, our segue to the last topic. I know, there's so many interesting topics today. This is what we end with. Colin Kaepernick made the news, everybody.
He'll stand on his feet.
He will stand for work. Like I saw somebody post a meme. It's homeless Colin Kaepernick. It was like, we'll stand for work.
Poor Colin.
It's like, and especially with Sam Bradford going down, the Vikings need a quarterback. Case Keenum looked okay last night. But let's be honest, the best part about the game last night was the release of the Star Wars trailer.
Amen.
That was the best part of the game last night. It did it again! Computer's still trying to talk to me.
Hi.
So, hi, lady. Alright, so I have here the picks. Okay, so we're going to get to the picks now. I know it's a little soon, but I mean, there wasn't much to talk about this week besides those four main things, and two of them were just nitpicking. So, Chris and I, since I keep screwing up royally.
We have a new system.
We're doing the new system. We're doing the pro football pick'em on Yahoo Sports, and so this is how we're going to record our picks from here on out, and hopefully we don't screw up. So, okay, Chris. So,
here we go.
So without further ado, who you got?
Well, this is Thursday. We got the Eagles versus the Panthers.
I'm going to go with the Panthers.
Panthers are the favorite. I'm going with the Eagles. Eagles are really freaking good. They are 4-1.
They are.
The Panthers, but still.
They are. I think Colin Cowherd rated them the second best team in the league right now.
They're playing like it. I mean, who did they play this week? They played Arizona and killed them.
They killed Arizona. Carson Wentz had like 4 touchdowns, I think, in the first half or something like that.
It was ridiculous.
Oh, absolutely ridiculous.
They killed them.
You know the difference between the Eagles and the Cowboys are right now?
What?
They finished the game.
It's a true statement.
We did not finish the game.
Y'all had leads 2 times in a row and blew them both.
Blew a 15-point lead and then blew it.
I just can't finish.
Whatever. All right, so on to the next one.
On to the next. Now we got should be an easy one. We got Miami at Atlanta. Atlanta is a 12.5-point favorite.
I think it should be more than that, but I'm still going to go with Atlanta.
I like a new thing with this. We can see what percentage of people pick what. 98% of people picked Atlanta. That's not enough.
So 2%. Yeah, I was about to say this should be 100.
Miami.
105% should pick Atlanta this week.
That's awful.
All right.
You got Falcons as well.
I got the Falcons.
Okay. Now we got division rival, Packers at Vikings.
Packers
are the 3-point favorite.
Yep, no Sam Bradford. I don't know. I think he tweaked his knee again.
He got hurt again.
He tweaked his knee again on a sack in the end zone for safety. So especially without him, I'm gonna have to go with Green Bay, especially what they did to us last week. So
yeah. What did we learn, Colin? 1 minute is 1
minute and 13 seconds is
1 minute.
A lifetime for Aaron Rodgers.
That's 1 minute too much.
Yeah.
The man's pretty good.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, like a lot of people like to do like the 2-minute drill, the 2-minute offense, and I just feel like that it is just the 2 minutes is still way too long for Aaron Rodgers, and even a minute, 60 seconds, the guy could change your life in 60 seconds.
Pretty much. I'm gonna send a shout out to the Vikings. One, Stephon Diggs only had 1 catch for 4 yards. Which, Ashley, thank you. You have him on your team. And thank you for the defense for that later interception off of Mitchell Trubisky. That gave me 8 points for the game, and I beat Ashley by 2, 115 to 113.
Dilly.
Thank you, Vikings.
All right, so there we go. A little Vikings love right now.
So now we got the Lions at Saints.
I'm going to go with the Lions.
Go with Saints.
You go with the Lions? You going with the Saints?
I'm going with the Saints because it's in New Orleans. Lions aren't playing that great right now.
Well, they're not really, but, I mean, the Saints, I mean, it's kind of it's sad for me to say, but Drew Brees doesn't scare me anymore because he doesn't have pieces around him like he used to.
They traded
And Adrian, we forgot to talk about that. Adrian Peterson is now a Cardinal, everybody. But y'all probably knew that by now.
What do you think of that?
I personally thought he was going to go to the Giants, but that's even better, so I don't have to face him one more time. So we don't have to face him.
It's a smart decision for both teams.
Especially with David Johnson now.
First of all, that was a pointless sign for him because he doesn't fit in the New Orleans system at all. He doesn't pass block, and he doesn't catch balls out of the backfield.
No.
So he does not fit in New Orleans.
No, he does not.
If Arizona can run through the tackles like, how AP is supposed to be used, it might work out.
Yeah, but maybe you're onto something. Maybe this will give Ingram, I guess, something to focus on instead of just focusing on, oh crap, AP's on the bench bitching again.
That's all he does.
4 rushes for 3 yards, I think is what he got last week.
Jesus.
So, wow. All right.
Now we got the second biggest spread.
So,
we got the Patriots at the Jets.
The Jets have looked they've looked okay, but I mean, obviously, the Patriots didn't look that great on Thursday Night Football last week. And so they didn't look that great, so therefore they should lose this week, right? No, I'm still picking them against the Jets. I think the Jets should absolutely, get killed in this game because Brady goes on a revenge tour. When he goes on a revenge tour, it's biblical.
This is true.
Yeah. So we got a little Scouty over here now.
I had to separate the brothers because they were whining.
Yeah,
so
they're whining.
One got let out, one did not. And Scout hates the cat. So
Scout does hate the cat.
So he got chosen to be out. Good for you, buddy.
My dog's probably sitting there like, what the hell, man?
And then force him back in.
Yeah, so obviously you have New England this week, right?
Oh, absolutely.
11-point spread. Wow.
I mean, the Jets, good for the Jets. They won 3 in a row. That's the first time in a while they've done that.
It's like, woohoo, 3 times in a row, and it's over.
And it's over.
Because I don't see them beating. Watch them beat the Patriots by like a field goal.
The Patriots haven't exactly been great this year.
They have not.
Surprised me.
They have not.
So, now to the next. We got the Redskins and the 49ers.
Redskins.
11-point favorite.
Jeez. All these big spreads this week. 11 points. Okay, yeah, definitely the Redskins. They're coming off a bye week. They had that crushing loss to Atlanta and a Monday Night Football. I think they kind of bounced back from that, so I'm going to pick the Redskins.
Redskins might be the second best team that division.
Second, yes.
To be determined.
TBT.
Yeah, I got the Redskins. Now we got the Bears at the Ravens. Picked against the Ravens. I'm sorry. I picked the Ravens this week.
I picked the Ravens this week.
I was on the Mitchell Trubisky train for about 1 week.
Yeah, and it's gone. So, I picked Baltimore last week, so I'm going to pick them 2 weeks in a row. Who would have thunk it? So,
go fuck you, Texans.
Uh-oh.
Got the Browns at the Texans. The Texans will win, but at least that score was a lot. It was not as close to the score.
No. That's because Deshaun Watson knows how to throw bombs and touchdowns.
Well, he had Hopkins to throw too.
Hopkins is a damn good wide receiver.
There's a lot of garbage time stuff.
So, I mean, got me 35 points. I defeated Kenneth in our league, who was undefeated going into this week, and I single-handedly beat him with Deshaun Watson. Woohoo!
You can't say that.
And the Nebraska Vikings. You can't say that on the air.
Oh, Ashley's only listening.
The only person listening is Ashley and Michael. Who cares? Anyway.
So
it's radio silence for everybody else, apparently.
Yeah, I got the Texans.
I definitely have the Texans this week.
Kaiser got benched.
He did get benched.
First of all, he was never supposed to. He should have never been a starting quarterback anyway. He's a project.
No, he is definitely a project, and I think that Hogan should have been the starter to start with.
Hogan will be fun to watch.
Hogan got a touchdown.
So when's that pork chop takeover going to happen?
I don't know. I haven't decided yet. There's still 4 0-4 teams, right? No, there's 3 now.
Yeah, there's 3 now.
There's 3 now.
2 from face each
so
other.
I'm definitely not going to pick the Giants.
Don't go back to Cleveland.
I'm not going to go back to Cleveland.
I vote. Then by that process of elimination, you're going out to California, my friend.
I don't want to
go play for Shanahan.
I don't want to go for Shanahan. I don't want to be a Niner.
I
go back to the Browns. We'll play for Browns, so I don't have to play for the Niners.
Niners and
I got 2 rivals. Two rivals that are 0-4 right now. So I guess we're gonna go back to Cleveland. I won a Super Bowl with them last year, so we'll see what happens. All right, next game.
Whatever.
Next game.
Maybe the Bucks at the Cardinals.
I'm gonna have to go with the Bucks.
I'm going with the Bucks as well. I think they're better than their record. I think they just haven't looked great this year.
No, they haven't. That defense is kind of pedestrian, and then their offense is good, but they're not great.
Yeah, it's kind of a lot of people said this might be the year for them. It's not happening.
They're gonna finish third in that division. That's what they're gonna do.
Yeah,
they're gonna finish third in that division.
You picked them to win that division too.
I did at one. I did at one point. I did.
I say if I pick them though, you did.
I regretted it. I regret that decision now.
I regret that decision.
I shouldn't have underestimated the Dirty Birds down in Atlanta.
Yeah.
Especially when they have a Chick-fil-A in their freaking stadium.
That's not open.
That's not open on Sundays because what day do they play football, Chris?
Sundays.
Exactly.
Well, at least for the college game is open.
Yeah.
So now we got we both got the Bucks, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Now we got the Rams, which should have beat Seattle. But
Oh, they should have. Cooper Kupp dropped that pass.
Kupp kind of fucked up. So
Yeah.
I'm not. Everyone seems to be hopping on the Jaguars bandwagon just because they beat an inconsistent
Pittsburgh
team who lost to Chicago already. So I mean,
So who you got?
I'm going to Rams.
I'm gonna go with Jacksonville just because I think that Goff is destined to throw at least one or two picks against that defense. That defense is just great. That secondary is just fantastic.
They picked off Big Ben 5 times.
They did pick off Big Ben, so imagine what they're gonna do to Jared Goff.
Poor little Jared Goff.
Poor little Jared. Who knows? I'm rooting for the Rams to win, but I think
I'm on the Rams bandwagon, so
yeah,
I'm going with that.
the Rams bandwagon.
This is an easy one.
Yeah.
Steelers at Chiefs.
Chiefs. Moving on.
Chiefs, yeah. Steelers have a quarterback that's about to retire, so.
Yeah, he should. Yeah, he's got one foot in Miami at the retirement home.
Toss up.
Toss
I
up.
think this is our first real one.
Oh,
Toss
God.
up. Chargers at Raiders.
I heard Derek Carr's going to practice this week. I heard he's going to play. They said the only thing that's going to keep him from playing this week is if he has a setback in practice. So,
I think they need to hold him back because you don't mess with back issues.
yeah.
You really don't.
And they said 2 to 6 weeks. I didn't expect it to be on the 2-week portion. I really didn't, because that's a back thing, and like you pretty much just said, you don't mess with that.
No, you really don't.
You don't mess with the back issue. But if it's something that minor, then who knows? You should be fine. All right.
Yeah,
So
I'm gonna.
who did you forget who you picked?
I gotta lie back in. I got the Raiders. Who you got?
I got the Raiders as well.
I'm
Because the
hopeful.
Chargers are bleh. Chargers are just bleh.
Okay, speaking of the Giants and Broncos.
Broncos.
Oh, I know you don't like him, but poor Eli. He has no receivers now.
He has nobody.
He lost all 3 of them.
They might actually finish like 2-14 or 0-16, especially with Odell out.
Brandon Marshall out for season, and Sterling Shepard hurt. They lost all 3 of their receivers.
Well, I guess they got to go to the Home Depot like we used to do with our defense back in the day. It's like, hey, you want to be a wide receiver? Catch passes from Eli? Sure.
Pull the Patriots.
Yeah, pull the Patriots. Belichick, you're the best bagger at this grocery store. How'd you like to be a wide receiver for the New England Patriots?
How'd you like to be a Super Bowl?
How'd you like to be in the Super Bowl? How about done? All right.
I'm gonna go Broncos.
And it's in Denver,
Yeah,
and
we
see what happens when Denver does to people day in and day out in Denver.
They win.
Like my Cowboys.
Oh.
Just destroyed us in Denver.
Bum, 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 bum. Monday
Dun,
Night
dun.
Football.
Dun dun.
We got the Colts without no luck.
Dun it.
But luckily the Hawaiians should be back.
The Hawaiian definitely should be back, and that's why I am picking the Hawaiian Titans.
I'm going with the Titans as well.
The Titans.
We're back.
We're
We're gonna beat the Colts.
You just had a little setback, and then you had the leftover Dallas Cowboy quarterbacks as your backups.
Yeah, we lost Castle for a few
You lost
plays.
Castle, and then y'all signed Whedon, and then I was this close to messaging Chris on Facebook and being like, "So you just want all of our backup leftovers? So you're gonna call Romo at some point?"
He would have been. I would have rather had Romo than Castle.
There's Stephen McGee is in
Romo
College
probably would
Station.
have made it through the first half, but still.
Yeah, Kitna is teaching high school right now, so you can go get Kitna.
I'll pass.
Yeah. All right. So, guys, those are our picks. This was a pretty short episode, I think. Yeah, only 25 minutes at this point.
That's not terrible.
So, thank y'all for dropping by. Once again, Michael and Ashley, thank you for submitting those picks. Anybody else wants to get in on it, all you have to do is comment your picks down below. Try to beat us. It's not that hard, apparently. And
Just give us your social blood type.
Yeah, but social, blood type, credit card number, security code on the back, your mother's maiden name, all that good stuff.
Yep.
And so, guys, thank y'all. Please leave a like. Please share. I'm going to try to be a little bit better on sharing this on social media so we can get more, interaction.
I'll share it.
So, all right, Chris will share it. All right. So, guys, thank y'all so much once again for dropping by. And always remember, my little pig, let's call it Pork Chop. Loves y'all the mostest. And
Big Bird says make good choices.
all right. So, there you go, guys. We are out of here. Bye. All right. And the Holy War is just about to start. So, I'm going to get some popcorn. Bye, guys.